Good morning, traders. This is going to be a market update for Nasdaq futures. It is 12:37 in the morning on December 12th. So I have the daily chart pulled up right here, and I'm going to zoom into the most recent price action soon, but I just want to show you that this is my projected target that I will be aiming for this week at close to 21,960. Now go ahead and zoom in. From my weekly outlook, you know that I was thinking that the first fair value gap up here could get traded through, and I was looking for either the second or third fair value gap to provide the market with some support up to my projected target. But going into this week, we can see that Tuesday, we just used the first fair value gap as support. You can see that the bodies of the candles are not even in this fair value gap, and we could be looking at a weekly profile of the Tuesday low of the week and perhaps Thursday high of the week, as none of the bodies are in this fair value gap. So it's obvious now that this is going to be support going into the rest of this week. Okay, so jumping down to the hourly chart, you can see that Tuesday, this was the low of the week, and then we consolidated respecting that daily fair value gap. Wednesday, we had CPI, which basically had this huge rally up, taking out this high and the all-time high. So now you may think like, okay, there's a huge fair value gap here, price could retrace down back into here, but if we take a closer look in the hourly, especially up here, let me go ahead and stretch it out. You can see right here, we do have this candle here with a really large wick and this large body candle here. So this area is a balanced price range. So go ahead and draw it out so you could see it. So because of this balanced price range, I think it's going to be pretty tough for price to come back down below here to rebalance that fair value gap. And overnight, you can see that the price action is pretty much sideways, but we do have this fair value gap here that it is respecting. All the candles are pretty much staying in the upper half of that fair value gap. We do have this hourly fair value gap, which we'll talk about a little bit later once we get down to the 15-minute chart. But take note that we are stuck right now between this BISI and this SIBI right here. Okay, going down to a 15-minute chart, note that that 1 hour SIBI is pretty much the same as this 15-minute SIBI. So I think it's going to be pretty important. Now we could be expecting some kind of sweep, additional sweep. So something like, let's say the price goes down below to take out this low and then coming back up into the range. Now this I don't think is necessary, because if you look back, overnight we did get a sweep already. This low right here took out this low, so we already got a sweep, and then market traded up. And you can see here at 1 o'clock in the morning, we did get a pop up into that SIBI, but more importantly, it took out this swing high over here. So that already tells me that we had a market structure shift. We took out a low, and then we took out the high of that low, or of that leg right there. So we have a market structure shift, we have a sweep. So this little move right here is not necessarily important to me. What I am looking for is, I want to see, we'll see how the London session plays out, but what I really want to see is the price to come up above this 1 hour SIBI, also the 15-minute SIBI, and then come back down to either to the high right here or even to the middle part to use as support and bounce price up. Now this is going to confirm to me that we are going to be bullish here. Now, if you recall that from the daily chart, we used that first fair value gap. We didn't get to the second or third fair value gap. So that signals to me that we are going to be very bullish going into this week. So I will be looking for some sort of a long in here. Of course, remember, this is not trading advice, but this is just my own analysis. And I will be looking to take a partial above this high. But really, I'm looking for that projected target. Let me go ahead and zoom out. Remember that projected target is up here close to 21,960. But right now we are just going sideways. We've got to take a look at what the London session will give us. But basically, yeah, that is my plan going into today. So that's pretty much it for this market update. If you find this video insightful, please consider giving this video a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'll see you guys next time, but until then, safe trading.